Howdy, y'all. Scott J. from Crucible Custom Props, Nerfworks Lab, and all the forums here. So today we have something new to me. Yay. It's very fun to sometimes do something I have never done before. And this is one of those cases. This is the, oh God. It's a Bespin Guard Blaster. So basically Lando's Folks Blaster. But I forget what it's called. Sorry, that's that's my rice cooker going off in the background. Anyway, this is the Relby K22 or K23 something. I don't. It's hard for me sometimes to remember the technical names of some of these. Yeah, it's the Bespin Blaster. This is the Bespin Guard Blaster. So when Lando's Folks take the Stormtroopers sneak attack and take them by surprise and quietly move everybody. This is the blaster that the guys use. And now we do have some pretty decent reference of these thanks to the prop store, and there's some other photos of them in the archives and things like that. And you can see on screen that this is basically, it's just all silver, and there's only on one side they have a red button on the calculator button, and this little greebly here that nobody really knows what it is, these little red dots. Now, not all of them had the red dots. Some of them were just plain up silver. But they did have, but the ones that I see in that scene, when you freeze frame that scene in 4K, you do see these things in red. So otherwise it would be pretty basic and boring. And without weathering, it does look very, very boring. It's just plain silver. So as new issued, this is kind of a boring looking gun. But when you add some little character to it with weathering and stuff, it works out pretty well. Now this one in particular, this spear gun, so this is based off of a Nemrod Galleon spear gun. And then you have a bunch of, that's been cut down and had some parts put on it, some gears, a barrel, a little sight thing, and a flash hider. And then you have some unknown greeblies and some greeblies we know about. We know that the motor coil greebly is here from the visible V8 kit. This is one of the cones from the V8 kit. This is the landing gear door actually from the F4E Phantom kit, and it's been trimmed. So this is normally a rectangular door with two little hinge posts, little lugs on there. It's been trimmed down to the shape of this this raised part, and it's on both sides. And now here we have what has been known as the swizzle stick. If this is a stirrer, I don't really know for sure if that's what it is or what. But it's only on this side for some reason. The screen use blasters and all the prop versions that I see only have it on the one side. Now I'm not sure why that is, if they all broke off or what, but the ones on screen all have it on just one side. Then you have another unknown greebly here, and you have this greebly, which is, I find this one really interesting because this is one of the bomb halves that you see on the Return of the Jedi Jabba Palace Guard blasters. And then it's a bomb half, and then one of the visible V8 piece kits that go in Han's belt for Return of the Jedi. They just cut that off of the entire little motor assembly piece. And I believe this is the front cone, nose cone of the F4 Phantom E. Now, it could be something else, but I cut off the nose cone of the F4 Phantom E, and I'm building one of these scratch built for myself. And it matches the radius, the distance, and everything perfectly. You just have to glue it on and fill it a little bit to get that seam nice. But yeah, it matches. So that's what I'm going with. It could be anything, but they already did cut up two different pieces from model kits to make this. So it makes sense that why wouldn't you just cut up another piece to put it on there. They filled the holes. There are screw holes here, and there's like a lanyard ring hole. Oh my God, I'm not even on film. Sorry. There's screw holes under here, and a lanyard like ring hole here. Gosh, is that any of that on camera? Sorry, guys. And anyway, this one in particular, the nut pokes up, and when you look at the pictures of the screen use props, they filled it, but it's protruding up just like this one. So that is screen accurate to one of the props. Um, Pretty straightforward. And this one was this galleon was beat up quite a bit, so I used that. I used all the pre-existing marks and everything, all the dents and everything to use that as the weathering spots. So that looks, looks good. Otherwise, just painted silver, you'd have all these dents for no reason. But anyway, all that stuff pre-existed. I didn't do any of that for effect. All the damage was pretty warm. Now I did have to fill in the Nemrod and the galleon logos that are embossed on the side and take off all of the Made in Spain text and everything like that, which was very simple. I did actually a pretty clean job of it, but there are still marks and stuff from whatever life it had before that. But yeah, pretty cool. So here it is. We don't know what this Greebly is. This Greebly is that one or that one. But the rest of them, the calculator button, this thing, well, except for the cone, nobody knows for sure, but I'm thinking that's what it is, and of course this. And there's a aluminum washer. So this kit, the metal parts kit was done from Ethan on the RPF, and God, I just blanked on his name. There's another guy on the RPF who did a run, who's doing a run of really, really pretty castings. These are all the castings. I think this one either might be real or it's a casting. If it's casting, it's like perfect. But the castings are super high quality, very, very nice. You can see the CE on this one if you look in the right light for the calculator button. But yeah, the castings are probably the best castings I've ever seen. They're like bubble free, perfect, clean, just nice castings. Did a really good job on those. Those are really nice. So yeah, this is the kit. Looks pretty cool, and I will probably do another video when I get my spear gun in and all. Oh, and this is a casting of the trigger, because there's two variations of the trigger, of course, naturally. So the original trigger for this gun is a little less pointy on the end, and this one is the correct screen use version, where it's cast from a correct trigger. So that's that too. Very cool. So hopefully all this is on camera. Got a metal barrel extension, the gears, the sight, the muzzle, all metal, and this little washer back here and the threaded rod that goes through it. Very cool. So this is super comfortable in the hand. Of course, it's big. It's just a big sucker, but it's very comfortable. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy looking at that. It's kind of these are out there. I thought it was going to be hard to find the spear gun, and I did a search on eBay yesterday, and bam, just found it. So they're out there, I guess. But here it is. Very cool. Thanks for watching.